107 of the Copyright Act 1976.
These are people that show up at 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. They show up at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and some show up at 3, 4 in the evening. That's true.
We've had people parked in our driveway like 5 in the morning, sitting there doing drugs,
right?
And different things. Like that picture I took of that little S10 Chevrolet. Them people were definitely messed out. He went down the hill and high centered on that hill. Them people were way messed out. The police let me take them pictures, and I'm the one that put them out there.
Jody Sue's in the chat. She says there was no company or traffic. Our house, you effing liar. Jody, if you'd like to take a link and come up, you are more than welcome. I mean, if you want to dispute that with Don Wells,
Come on up, Jody Sue.
Yes, we would like to see you do that. I mean, he's right here. He's on panel, and he's calling you up. So right now, at this particular moment, I think, the ball's in Don's corner, because if you don't come up and if you ain't willing to come up and face him and let him know
all kinds of stuff, behind people's backs. You don't actually want to come up here and speak the truth.
I would love to hear her come up and be able to tell you, to your face that that's not truth. I mean, I know I would. If someone comes on me, I'm going to pop right up and let them know.
I didn't say that. I mean, you said, Prairie Gardens, that they said that there was traffic or that.
Andy did say that he did sell drugs.
All I know is he sells weed. I mean, that's
weed. Yeah, that's what he said. He said
we bought weed from him a few times. I don't really see nothing wrong with that, and that's all good. No big deal. There's nothing wrong with weed, but when you start messing with meth and other stuff that messes with your mind really bad, and especially amphetamines.
Donald, I want to ask another question. If Candace and you guys had the jacket that day, why was this? Now, from my understandings, from what I'm hearing through the grapevine, Kathy said that Candace told her that they gave law enforcement and the search dogs, the search team, a sock.
That's not true, because I was there at that time.
To find Summer with, and not that jacket.
Who said that?
That's what Kathy said.
Well, that just goes to show that Kathy's a big liar right there, because I was there and I know exactly what happened.
Okay,
so exactly what happened. The first thing they brought in a forensic team, and they backed up all her dirty clothes out of the laundry, and they wanted some of her toys that she most recently played with and stuff like that, and they bagged it all up. And when the search dog got there, they took like some of her clothing. I'm thinking like some short pants, like or whatever. I mean, I can't exactly remember what it was, but it wasn't no damn sock. And so they took it out of the bag, let the dog sniff it, and that dog went straight from the back basement door straight down the dog trail. Well, I sat there and watched it with my own eyes.
Now the shorts that is that you, Jody Sue? Okay, sweetie, you can turn the camera off. Listen, Don, the shorts that law enforcement was handed, was those the shorts that went with the jacket that she was wearing that day? I mean, when jacket was too hot, did she change out of the shorts as well? I mean, did she completely change, or did she just take off the jacket?
I think after she got, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
Right.
And so
that's correct.
Or whatever, but they wanted all the or whatever, but they wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry, and that's what backed up, and they still have today.
How come the jacket wasn't given to him?
I can't answer that question because I wasn't there. I mean, it probably just all the confusion and everything else and all the questions and everything going on. I would just say that it was probably overlooked, honestly. Ain't nobody trying to hide anything. We're trying to find our daughter. We ain't trying to hide.
I don't have you muted, PG, or I think PG has me muted. I don't have you muted, sweetheart. Jody Sue, we can hear you.
All right. You care to kind of just let me and Don talk for a second, PG?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
All right. Don, you know you're a liar. I know you're a liar. I've known you've been a liar the entire time we've lived beside one another for years. I didn't care about any of it. I was cool. No, you're not going to do me like you do everybody else.
I never heard of my fucking life. Fuck you, Jody.
I'm telling you, and I know you just lied. The traffic wasn't at our house. Man, no, I'm telling you, and you know it now. Look at you being an abuser. Look at you being an abuser. Bitch, I ain't Candace. I ain't Candace, and I ain't some little girl going, stop, daddy. Stop, daddy. Stop, daddy. Right?
I can't talk this dumb bitch.
Yeah, because you can't talk all over me, because you can't fucking abuse me, and because you're a goddamn liar.
You're a fucking lying bitch.
Yeah, right. Everybody's lying. I guess including the bruises on your kids too, Don. Right? The traffic. I ain't on drugs, bitch. I passed my screens for DCS. How about you and Candace, motherfucker?
You're the liar.
Right. I got proof of my shit.
You ain't got no proof. You got no proof.
Right,
Don't
I got
tell it
proof.
to fucking TBI or somebody.
Oh, I have,
They won't
Don.
listen to your dumb ass either. Get the fuck out of here.
Right, I ain't getting the fuck out anywhere because I ain't Candace and I ain't the girl and I ain't the
Everybody knows
boys
you're so
fucking
full of
abused,
shit.
motherfucker. And you ain't Andy and you ain't the unicorn in the
fuck
world.
up, man.
You don't bother me. What I'm
You don't
telling
bother
you
me
is
either
the only
because everybody knows
traffic
you're full of
was
shit.
at your house. Tell them about your ties to Fred,
Shut the
Don.
fuck up.
Tell them about your Knoxville runs that supplied fucking Ben Hill, Don.
Yeah, really? You're
Tell them
the
about how you really came about it. Wasn't to care for your mama. Guess who did that, Don? Oh, I don't know, Shirky and Mark, who took care of your dying mama, you lying piece of shit.
You're the lying piece
Go
of shit.
find another woman to abuse, Don. I ain't it, motherfucker. Ha ha ha, you laugh. I ain't Candace. You don't freak me out. Your shit ain't cute. Be a liar. We all see the fuck shit going on at your house.
Andy.
I don't give a shit who you're happy for, dude. That don't bother me none either, because I ain't some desperate hoe. And I ain't Candace out here looking for a piece as soon as your ass is in jail. Because she's tired of being abused too. You small old dick meth smoking motherfucker.
Let me ask you a question.
You ain't got no place.
What were you doing on the bottom property down there in the creek when Summer come up missing?
I wasn't there when she, quote, come up missing, but guess what I was doing, Dawn? With other neighbors and witnesses. I was looking for your daughter while your fat-ass wife was in her goddamn car lying to the rest of the neighborhood and the other witnesses you all can't fucking outrun with your stupid YouTube chaos.
You're so fucking dumb.
Eat that shit.
You know more than fucking law enforcement, don't you?
No, I don't, but I know enough, and I know it wasn't my ass that were calling guilty. It wasn't Dudley they're calling guilty. It wasn't fucking Fred they're calling guilty. It wasn't Allie or Hunter. Guess who they were calling guilty and still do, Dawn? That'd be you and Candace. While Pruitt said not a suspect. Have them come out and clear your ass in. Go down there and knock at the police department. Go talk to the feds. Go have them clear you, Dawn. Go have them clear you. Go talk to them without lawyers, without PIs. Go have them talk to you, Dawn. Go have them clear you. I don't need a psychiatrist.
You really do. You're fucked up in the head, man.
Oh, I know people like you are good at telling women who tell the truth that they're crazy.
You think you're good, but you're not. Right. And nobody
right. Right. I don't. Right. Hey, yeah. You know, I'm your bitch, Dawn. Hey, go find a prostitute in Knoxville and take one of your kids in the car for a weekend. You know all those Knoxville trips? Oh no, you don't want nobody hearing the truth, do you? Go take. Oh wait, you can't take any kids anymore on those Knoxville trips and leave them in vehicles while you're fucking drunk.
I can't stand this shit. I'm not listening to bullshit.
Oh wait, that's right. You can't take your kids anymore.
I'm not listening to bullshit.
Where the real traffic comes from, right, Dawn? Oh, no, I ain't psycho. You just don't like truth. Oh, I've dealt with that for 30 years. Oh, and you're a rapist, you're a child abuser, and you're a woman abuser, and you're a meth and crack smoking piece of shit who can't fucking stay clean or do right long enough to keep your other kids, any of them, and you're almost goddamn 60 years old. You lose your
haven't done shit. You haven't done shit. You never worked a fucking job.
Oh, how do you know, Dawn? I worked for most of my life. You don't know shit about me.
Motherfuckers buy a fucking camper.
No, they just might. That's how much you know. Right, I do have a right to fucking talk. You're living in your dead mama's house. You couldn't even get the balls to take care of before you died. Hey, actually, guess what? You're not. You're living in your stepdaddy's house. Your stepdaddy's house and land that was supposed to go to Mock and Sherfy. Yeah, you remember those people? That land was supposed to go to you.
What, the fucking one that got caught with all the pornography on his phone?
Oh, no, that's...
talking about that nigger.
No, wow, look at you, racist. Summer Sweet.
I'm fucking racist against white niggers, black niggers. I don't give a fuck. They niggers.
Oh, look.
And you're one of them.
Oh, no, I'm Mexican, Don. Get it right.
Whatever. You still a nigga.
Didn't keep you from peeping in the windows, did it, you piece of shit?
Fuck you and your stories.
Oh, wait, never mind. That was directed at my fucking 5
your fat fucking ugly ass. Fuck you.
Right.
Really? You got problems.
No, I forgot. You're not into adult women. My bad. My bad, bro. You're not into adult women. Just the 5-year-olds.
You're fucking stupid. No, you did.
I think
you got Summer. Matter of fact, what'd you do with Summer, Jody Sue?
Right, with what car that day?
You fucking done something. Fucking be real.
Dude.
Tell the fucking truth, bitch.
Right. I don't have daughter.
You and your fucking boyfriend and all the men you hang out with shit. You had something to do with her disappearance because you was jealous.
Hey, Don, do me a favor. Go ask FBI to give me a polygraph.
You, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, go ask FBI to give me a polygraph. I'll sit down for it, and I bet I don't fall asleep. I bet I don't have to have 2 or 5 done. I'll do a polygraph. Go ask the feds to get one on me. Go ask the feds to get me a polygraph, Don. Anytime
I've done a polygraph, you dumb bitch.
And you failed it, and so did you. Yeah. Go tell him to do one on me, Don, if you suspect. Okay, do it. Okay, yeah, I passed it after 5 times, right? You psychopath.
Why the fuck you turn on us? Why are you so psycho? What the fuck?
I'm like, trying to set up everybody in that goddamn road holler and sling shit at everybody that was fucking innocent for 2 goddamn years now and turned Mullen into a weapon.
That wasn't me.
The shit out of us, Don.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, it was. Mullen even said so, or if you don't listen to all the calls, Mullen got caught on.
Who?
Your little buddy, your bestie. Yeah, there's all kinds of recordings and proof out here, Don. And they don't look guiltier than fuck because of your buddy Mullen. It ain't my fault. It's all over the place, Don. You're fucked, bro.
Shut up, man. There ain't no point even talking to you. I'm fixing to get out here.
No, you can't control me like you can everybody else, Don. Oh, I'm so fucking that's why I had to be the one in front of the behavior panel, right? How about you go use your own YouTube and talk instead of everybody else's? You know why? Because you have to be lead-fed, covered over.
Why do I need to do all that?
Right.
I don't need to do all that. There's no need in it.
You know,
I don't need to talk to you psycho ass either.
YouTube, bro.
You're a fucking dumb bitch. Nobody believes
Oh, I'm
anything you
dumb.
fucking say anyway, so I could give a fuck less.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm fat. I'm ugly. You got any other insults like any other good abusive fucking liar trying to get out of trouble?
Well, that's what you're doing.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, you called me everything in the book, so what the fuck?
Yeah, you are a lying motherfucker, and you shouldn't have been lying motherfucker trying to set up everybody else, including Fred and everybody else.
I'm trying to set up nobody. I'm just telling the truth. There was a lot of methamphetamine.
You ain't been telling the truth since moment one.
Your husband was selling dope. Man, get the fuck rid of him.
Hey, I don't know what fuck shit you all were up to with Andy, and I don't care. But let me tell you,
was just riding with him, and you don't know shit, really, Jody Sue?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell all you tackle line
but you don't know nothing. You're that fucking stupid, huh? And you don't know shit.
I was trying to fight cancer while you people were fucking off and tweaking out.
That's a good fucking excuse. And that don't fly the court of law, Jody Sue.
I had shit to do, like raising my kids and knowing their fucking whereabouts.
So while you was fighting cancer, you went to other states to buy dope, really?
No, I fucking didn't, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, give me a break, Don. Give me a fucking break.
Give me no break. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Knoxville trip, bring the dope back, have more money, take a kid with you to the Knoxville trips over the weekend, trap them in the car while you bang prostitutes and bring the dope back to the fucking holler and disperse it. Go ahead, Don. Keep lying, bro.
You go find proof on all that and go call
I do, because of your stupid life over here, Don.
You go,
or you're not aware.
Your receipts. And,
oh, yeah, I got them. I got them.
Then do it. Go do it.
They've already been turned in, Don.
No, you just want to bring YouTube drama because you have no receipts.
No, I do have them.
No, then go fucking call the cops.
No,
go tell the fucking cops that I sold you dope or whatever you're trying to say.
I didn't say you sold me dope. I didn't do dope.
You're all about talk, Jody Sue.
No, I'm not, Don.
You're just drama. You have nothing.
Says Don, who has to visit
Go get me fucking arrested for selling dope.
Pampered, and you
such a dumb bitch.
Fucking narratives to try to get your ass.
I am not doing this.
One another, and you can't even stay clean to keep your goddamn kids.
Man, I've been clean. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Right, you never know what anybody's talking about, do you, Don? Especially those you can't spin your bullshit on. And I ain't one of them. I've lived with one of you motherfuckers for longer than you. I've been anywhere near the state.
Why you gotta be a jealous bitch? Because
I ain't jealous of nothing. Why would I be jealous of two meth head crackhead motherfuckers who ain't got a kid one less on us?
You said you was jealous because we had brand new vehicles.
I never said I was jealous of a motherfucker in my life, let alone you.
10 vehicles in our yard and all this shit.
Dude, I have never said I was jealous of you ever. Are you kidding me?
That's what you said. Why would you say that then? Why would you say that then?
Dude, nobody.
That's what makes me think that you had something done with Summer because you hate me so bad. I think you have something.
Oh, everybody hates Don. Hey, Don, nobody hated you till you started trying to set everybody the fuck up and fucking with them.
Nobody's trying to set anybody up.
Bullshit, Don. That's all you all done from the beginning.
All I said was
everybody. Name your own Name your own suspects. Name the real people on your real hill and your real company.
Yeah, Jody Sue Brown. I think she's my number one suspect.
Then go ahead and call me a suspect all day long, motherfucker. I don't care. But I'll tell you what's been said is we've been.
Well, look how much hate you got. Why wouldn't I think that you had something to do with something?
Little buddy Mullen, and
you hate me so bad.
I don't hate you. I don't even get that you much at all.
You even fucking take my daughter.
Right, I wouldn't.
You know all these motherfucking hillbillies in this area. You know all of them. You got family here. You can have a lot of shit done.
And I know none of them.
Look at all the dope you all in your car.
I didn't have my car that day, Don. The abuser.
I'm talking about the day you come up to my house and you showed us all that dope you had.
I didn't have dope, Don. I do not do dope. I don't have any of that fucking shit in the day summer. Yeah, okay, Don. You even know what was happening while you were at work most of the time and all the traffic at your house?
Oh, I was at work all the time. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, guess what? That alibis work or not, you're still the motherfucker they've been calling guilty since day one. So congrats, bro.
That's what you do. That's what you do. People like you.
That's what I heard.
Straight bitch.
Oh my gosh.
People like you.
It's going to wound me to my soul that Don Wells calls me a bitch. Oh, dear. I'm devastated.
Okay, how about fucking cunt?
I actually prefer that one. It's a pet name.
There you go, then.
Go ahead and call me that too. It ain't going to bother me none. You can say
whatever.
But you all are the liars. You all are the last ones around with Summer. Everybody else in the neighborhood, all the bad neighbors, they brought their asses out to look for your daughter, just like they brought their asses out to look for your son. The last time you all lost in the fucking woods. Don't you realize your wife couldn't even stop drinking while she was pregnant with that one either.
Jody Sue, listen for a minute.
Oh, I'm not
Don't you realize the minute you get on YouTube,
I don't care.
You get on YouTube, all the trolls start up.
No.
Do you know that 75%?
Oh, you mean, wait. Was this after or before you doxed me and my kids and my family and wanted you to scream? Yes, you did. You apologized for it down the road. It was when you were on your film.
No. Trolls did. You're not listening.
You showed there where we lived. Your wife did 2 days after. Don't know. The proof is there, Don. You can't lie your way past proof.
The proof is that the trolls did it.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Do you not know that 75%? Listen.
75%. Pieces of shit lying in their narrative. Because what you're not going to do is spin one on me. You're not.
No, I'm not trying to spin one on you. I just want you to think about it. Look it up. Look it up, Jody Sue.
I have the proof of it. You're a fucking liar. So, Candace, you know what you told me in that road, too. I'm sorry, we accidentally doxed you and showed where you lived last night. My bad, dude.
Fuck ever, man. That's just a lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like y'all sitting there laughing the day you pulled the fucking.
Okay, you're being all mad at me. Okay.
No, nobody cares enough about you to be mad at you, Don.
Well, I know you never have.
I didn't fucking hate you. The problem I have with you now is the fuck shit you all have done to Summer and her fucking case, yourselves, your community, the neighbors. No,
what you did. You're the one on YouTube night after night saying all kinds of crazy psycho shit.
Right. That really had nothing to do with
You're fucking hilarious.
Almost 2 years being.
Go get some psych medications, please.
No. Right.
Smoke a joint.
Like your wife wanted to take those, or you.
Please go get some psych meds, Jody. So you need them bad.
I know how you and all the abusers.
Really do.
All the women are crazy. Anybody speaking truth is crazy.
Please go get some psych meds.
I don't need psych meds. I need less the shit around that hill. And then, oh, look at you, fucking bitch. He done took off. Done run off. Well, if you can't abuse him, and talk over him, bro.
Andrew, is that you?
Yes, damn.
Okay, hon. I just want to make sure you guys.
What in the shit show is going on?
And Jody Sue asked to have a minute with Donald, and I told her okay, and I let her have the minute, and it looks like she won.
Darling, that was more than a minute. That was like 15. And the only reason why I know that is because I got an email saying, "Yo, you see what's going on over there?" I'm like, "No."
Anyway, PG, I know that you're the world's best cusser and all. Sorry for cussing, but I've had it with the bullshit. I'm fed up. And watching how they have done all of us around this, they've called everybody else guilty. The neighbors who were out searching for Summer and trying to do right, even by them all this time, knowing they have done what they've done in real life onward, to everybody in that fucking community and changed the way of life for everybody, and even taxes and all this other shit, and the loss of land, and everybody living behind gates and prisons, and their children traumatized, wondering where Summer went, and their church families crying every night. And all they can do is continue to blame everybody but themselves, or name the real trafficker, the real dope dealing, and to hear that motherfucker lie about anything over at my house when I can count on my hand in the decade I lived there how many people ever came there on less than 2 hands. I don't think so. On the traffic, there was more traffic at Dawn and Candace's every goddamn day than there was in a week towards anywhere else in that goddamn hollow. The rest of us were taking care of our kids, not out partying with other kids while we left other kids at home. We weren't on fucking dope. I have blood work, bone marrow, hair samples, whatever they want for years, showing I have not and do not do drugs. I can prove it, and I can prove every word I'm fucking saying. You know, I have my children despite his and Candace's efforts with YouTube tragedy pimps to get her taken and put back in places where she could be harmed with abusers. I have my receipts, and they have been turned into law enforcement. And I know who these people are. You know, and I'm still the only one for almost 2 years who come out here in an unbiased way and was like, you know, maybe they're not guilty, but they're still pieces of shit. But maybe they didn't, and maybe Summer was abducted, taken, you know? And they come in here and sling shit at them. I ain't told all their business even yet, even tonight. I have not put all the receipts out in public. Those are for feds and law enforcement.
Daisy, if you have something to say to Jody Sue, take the link and come up and say it. Don't sit in the chat. Don't sit in the chat.
I'm not going to do it. Dawn's one thing, but Daisy ain't going to play her fucking shit.
Don't sit in the chat and talk about Jody Sue. I'm going to tell you, I seen Jody Sue, and she did say from day one, Jody Sue has always said that,
seriously,
that no one came upon that hill where she lives. She said that even her family wasn't on that hill visiting. That her and Andy and whoever else was up on that hill pretty much lived an isolated life. I remember her saying that more over and over and over throughout the whole 2 years.
Even my sister said it. They never come down there. Nobody comes to the house ever. He is not going to make everybody in that goddamn neighborhood some giant ass dope dealer, even if it's fucking Monster, because truth is fucking truth. You don't lay shit at people's fucking feet that ain't fucking truth. And I wouldn't even do that to Monster, and I'll be damned if he's going to throw Monster under the bus, or everybody else in that community, including me or my children, or anything else more than they've already done with Mullins' help.
And early on.
Hunter, I mean, Andrew's here. You know, look at what they fucking try to put off on Hunter and Allie, talking about they probably come back and they hate them and they're jealous of them and they've done something to Summer. The fuck you say? Ain't nobody did nothing with Summer. Everybody in that neighborhood and community and her church families, because there are multiple, look for Summer and cry every night and wonder, we're the ones that wake at 3 and 4 in the morning looking for nipples for his baby because they didn't have enough. We're the ones that fed those kids, kept an eye on them when DCS would come in and close case after case after case, and we didn't know what to do.
Right.
Jody Sue, you go, girl. Let me tell you something. That man does not like the truth to be told at all.
No, they don't like women that stand up, and Andy will be the only one ever in my life that, you know, there was one unicorn and it's done. I fear no one else on this earth, and not a monster, an abuser, otherwise. Dawn thinks he was going to skip past that, and I hate talking over him, but I know what kind of narrative shit he runs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He knows he's fine, and I know he's fine.
Oh, yeah, and he tries to back out of everything. Oh, yeah.
I got a question for Judy, by the way, if you don't mind.
What's up, man?
Now, I had gotten a recent comment on one of my videos over this last weekend.
I've not seen yours, Andrew. I don't.
Oh, it's all right, darling.
I generally try to keep all of us separate, like I always have.
Oh,
I
yeah.
try to keep Allie separate. This up here, I don't know that it was a good idea because law enforcement and feds. I don't know if I should have gotten up here, but I'll be damned if he's going to run that shit. and lie even on Monster and try to put more suspicion. You're not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Well,
Right, wrong, and lying is fucking wrong. The most traffic in that road was theirs.
well, this was posted up on my shit 13 hours ago. Apparently you spoke to the PBI about me.
No, I've never mentioned your name. Period, Andrew.
Well, no, I'm just saying what's getting slapped over on my side from some random person called Voldemort.
No, it's a troll. They're pretending to be the name I used to have for the abuser.
Oh, that ain't you then?
No, it's not me. That's a troll, a long known one.
Right.
And I've never.
For me.
I don't know you, dude. You know what I mean? I ain't got shit to say to the feds about you because I don't know you. You know what I mean? And I don't think you're sus in any way in my book. I know you didn't do nothing to fucking Summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm concentrated on the puzzles and fires and pieces that lead to Summer.
Hey, Benny, how's it going?
Good. I just saw you.
Oh, Benny Keys. Oh,
boy.
I love that post you put up there. I posted it to Facebook, buddy.
What's up, Andrew? Why you keep tagging me and shit, homie?
I ain't been taking. Oh no, I didn't take anything yet.
You just tagged your lying ass fucking toothless bastard. Shut your ass up. Just like
Listen, I see a lot of talk in the chat that I kicked Don Wells. I did not kick Don. Don ran off.
No,
on
he
his
knocked
own
off
or-
panel.
or got knocked off. There's a link in here. I put links out every few minutes. If Don wants to come back up, he is more than welcome to come back up. Right? He's more than welcome to come back up. So he left on his own Reconnor. I did not kick Don. So please, and I didn't have one person up louder than the other. That's not truth either. Probably Jody Sue has a better computer and microphone than Don does. And he's probably using his cell phone or whatever.
Different.
What's shaking, Miss Jody? How you doing?
Fuck off, Benny. Last words.
How about that?
Ever need to
Like,
speak to me?
you still out here running your fucking mouth? Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, did you come up for Mullen? How much you getting paid this week, bro? Last time I spoke to you was when you called my daughter a moron, and that's all I have to say to you. So you sit there and spend whatever and
Same
everything.
daughter that you wanted me to meet with on the West Virginia state line?
Oh, did you come up here to try to talk over me too, to abuse me, to do what Don couldn't?
You are not Princess Diana.
Yep. No, you're just.
Shut your ass up.
You're going to try to finish what Don couldn't. That's it, because Don couldn't hold his own. You're going to try to do the job for him for whatever pay for playing that abuser down. What the fuck you want, Benny? Spin a narrative, do it. Get it done.
I kicked him. Now Benny Keys, I did kick. I'm not going to let him come up here and abuse Jody Sue. That ain't happening. It's not. Us women stand up for one another. Benny,
No,
you
that's
come
right.
up here and
That's
treat
right.
me with respect. Don't come up here at all. I'm sorry. No.
Well, he straight
You're
said
not gonna do that.
some type stuff about my daughter at Christmas and fucked up her Christmas list. I talked to him nicely, tried to be a human being to him a few weeks ago, and he called me about a month ago and did the last live, and he called my daughter a moron, and I told him that was it, no more. And that was while he was pulling blackmailing other women. I'm not having it. Right, and this is him right before his arrest for harassment against another woman, while he's over pretending to be Smokey's champion. Give me a break.
Exactly. I don't understand why certain men want to abuse women. They want to say ugly things. I don't know if they have a mommy issue or if they have an ex-wife issue or what their issue is. But you know what? I would think that they would be educated enough in their small little pea brains to understand that, you know what? Every woman isn't mommy or every woman isn't your ex. Okay? Give other people a chance. Give other people a chance. Like a lot of men would be like, oh, your name's Susie. I hate Susies because I dated a Susie. Okay. I don't care every Susie ain't that Susie, buddy. And and if you ain't educated enough to know that, then no Susie should be around you. You just drop that Susie off and keep on fucking going.
Ridiculous.
Jody Sue Beth Ann said she loves you. And she's proud of you.
The thing is, look at all this, though, you guys. Throughout this, they've tried to make Monster look guilty and all this. And no matter what I think about my abuse for that long and my kids and what was done to us by this abuser, I have still told the truth where he's concerned, which is a hard walk. I could easily be out here going, oh, he's this, he's that, he's guilty, he's sus. But I don't, because you don't lay fucking lies and shit like that, even if someone is a monster. I've done the same for Candace and Dawn. How many times have you all heard me in public go, no, you all are wrong. Candace and Dawn are telling the truth on XYZ. Or, the facts are wrong. Candace and them are whatever, I've taken up where taken up is due and truth where truth needs to be. And then all these assholes just come and they don't care who they harm, man, in return. Even though
because they need to keep the focus off themselves, Jody. So they put all that focus on everyone else and did not care what ratifications you were going to go through by them doing that. To keep the focus off themselves, and that is exactly exactly what is going on here. And why do they need to focus off themselves if they're innocent?
And look, I have tried, PG. I've offered since day one of Summer Vanishing to do a polygraph. They say they don't need one. We have tried to get the best world experts that are over the FBI and shit to do one, but they will not do it without FBI approval. I've been willing to pay for it myself, keep it off YouTube, any results, so it's left behind for law enforcement in case something happens with me and my health. That way, they always have a path to the truth. If they needed one, they come get one. Anytime, day or night, they want one, they can come get one. I'm not afraid of the truth because truth is truth. And I had nothing to do, nor did my children, with Summer Vanishing. we want the answers and truth. You know, my child cried the other day when, you know, and I have witnesses to this, when we seen this truck, right? This Toyota, it started acting crazy. And then, you know, we watched it, and man, it was all weird, acting crazy. It was one of the first ones I've ever reported because it was so sus. And there sits a Warriors Path Squad thing. And I'm like, please call that in, please, right now. You know, because the guy knew we were watching him. I mean, this guy, it was insane, right? So he called in, and it had, I just want to make clear, it has since been cleared. But my daughter waited for days till we got word back that it had been cleared. You know, my kids, they wonder and worry about Summer. We worry. Exactly. I want truth. I want answers. I want Summer found. I want legitimate searchers all on that road to dig up every fucking hill and mound if they need to. Not tragedy pimps or YouTubers, but I want real Fed level equipment and absolute top-notch searchers to go in everywhere they need to for forever until they find her and the truth and answers. Absolutely. I do not want to live and breathe my dying day not knowing what happened. But I want to know, Jody Sue, why you and all of Summer's army, all of us want that to be done, but the Wells don't. Why are the Wells fighting it? Why are they fighting? You know, they don't want the, you know, the cold case to come in and help. I mean, they actually turn people away instead of inviting them in. If you truly have a missing daughter, by God, you're going to invite anyone and everyone into your life that could possibly help you find that child. Here's the thing, Dawn and Candace are Dawn and Candace, right? They look guilty as hell because of who and what they are, and they have since day one, right? It's always been a concern that they could be arrested just because of what pieces of shit they are. I still, you know, it's like, I'm not going to say they're guilty or innocent until law enforcement does. You know? I'm not going to do that. Right, but you know, they are number one suspect. The more they're targeting, the more evidence comes out that they're having Mullen do it, that there are literal recordings of Mullen laughing about it and yucking it up and thinking it's funny that some of us around Summer's case are being pushed to unalive or have heart attacks or to die or to be targeted in ways that crazies are trying to come to our locations they've doxed. He thinks it's funny. They think it's funny. They admit Candace thinks it's funny. But that is never going to play well in front of a judge, jury, or otherwise. You don't do that, even if it's after the fact. I can witness. Jody Sue is telling the truth. Jody Sue, I can witness for you because I was one of them. I was one of them that the Wells were calling up. I was one of them that they was laughing. I know you are, PG. I have the proof in the background. I've known all along, but I also know inside of that road. They was laughing. They were doing all of these dirty things, and they were cracking up laughing that you know, they were playing these games and causing these people to have, you know, to suffer. Yes, mentally and every other way. You know, he's never named his own traffic and dealers from Knoxville. He's never named them from the other states. He comes in and out with dope. He's never named that he's the one that comes in with massive or he leaves with zero and comes back with all kinds of money. Or you all think they're poor, dude. They had money out the ass. They just chose not to buy things or do things, okay? Going, though, keep the money controlling the household and wouldn't give and wouldn't buy shit. You know, I mean, but they act like, y'all don't understand. And then it's like, I just, you know. I just want to put it out there. No, I did not laugh with the Wells when they would do dirty things. I said, why would you do this? Why would you do that? And they would say because it's funny. They would say because, you know, something they just wanted to do. Like when they did it to Mary, you know, when they would, you know, do shit with Kieran, you know, during the lives and so forth. I would ask same way when they would throw out things that you know, I knew TBI and law enforcement had done cleared. And I said, why did you throw that under the bus? You know, that, you know, it has nothing to do with, no bearing on what's going on. You know, they just needed something to get the focus off of them, and they didn't have nothing. So they just threw it out there to get people, you know, off the scent. And, you know, and this is what I kept seeing. Take advantage of the games after the fact, right? Even if they didn't do anything, the truth is they're the type to benefit off of it after and not give a damn and play games and enjoy it because it's how they are, dude. So even that doesn't tell whether they're guilty or otherwise. That's the fucking problem. Using Mullen, using all of your YouTube channels to torment and terrorize those who we know have been told to all of us not to be guilty or to be checked out or to have alibis, and then continue to do it even in front of the behavior panel, Dr. Phil, and onward for a year plus, and torment every one of us, and to name us, even though they know damn good and well that law enforcement has told them Dudley has alibis or this or that or the other. Even after Pruitt said Jody Sue's not a suspect, here they are, you know, right. Like, you know, and they continue to fucking do it to people. And if you notice, it's not true suspects. It's people who are too close to them, who might have gotten too close, who know their real lives, who know the real drug use, who know the real abuse, who know the real stuff about them. That's who they target. Never their own traffic. They never call out real suspects like they're in and out of state people that show up from other states in the middle of the night, being weird and drunk and hanging out. They never call out their own dope buddies from down in the creek or around town or the Highlands and whatever neighborhood. And they never call out all the things.
I haven't turned on Candace.
You know? Right, exactly. I said I was jealous of him. Is he serious, bro? I've never said that in my life. And then if it don't work, then it's, oh, she hates me. Daisy, don't bring that ass up in this chat and ask Lisa, Candace is good to you. Your twisted tongue bullshit. Don't come over here and use your twisted tongue bullshit to try to sympathize
some bullshit over here with Lisa. No, we all know that it was Candace and Donald both saying they didn't even know Lisa. They was trying to discredit Lisa. They was sitting there hating on Lisa. Do not, when she was out here telling the truth, they act like she went and got the information somewhere and then came out here like she freaking knew something she didn't. No, don't come over here with your bullshit because we all already know the truth. Okay?
Daisy, bring me some of your receipts that you have proof of.
Right.
By the way.
And get the hell out of here. We know you hate Lisa as well. You guys sit over there, even your Teletubby sister.
Leave me out of your name and I'll leave my name out of your mouth and I'll leave your name out of my mouth. How about that one, Daisy?
Yeah, and your Teletubby sister sit over there talking about how much she hates Lisa too, and Lisa's this and that.
She don't even know me, neither does Daisy. Pull Daisy up here. I want to talk to her.
No.
Pull her up here. I want to talk to her.
Hey, she's got the link. She's welcome to come up. I told her she could come up.
Pull her up here. I want to talk to her.
You know, it is
I'm not
what
going to
it
be
is.
mean to her. I'm not going to be hateful to her.
You know, it is what it is. I ain't keeping nobody off this panel tonight, right? I ain't keeping nobody off of it. And I will not have, and I will not have anyone, you know, just respecting Jody Sue. I think Jody Sue and her family has been through enough. They've been through enough. I mean, the Wells and, you know, definitely behind the scenes, and they were even telling me this. Listen, sissy, we had some people up here, and they chased Jody Sue's son, the same clothes. They got down by the truck, her property, and he was at the truck, and they were wearing the same clothes that we chased him off. They were even trying to pick on her son. And other people believe in that shit. So please, do not pick on Jody Sue. Don't do it.
You know, and and I know that's been a blackmail attempt from the beginning. It's been them trying to sling stuff
to get the focus off of them.
They're blaming Jody Sue for something that she didn't even do, and that's wrong.
They're wanting to get the focus off themselves.
I mean, Dawn literally, I'm barely dark, and Dawn was like, she's dead. Oh well, you know. And me, I'm left in the middle of the road that night after he says that. And I'm like, Dawn, please give her a chance. It's only been a couple hours. Don't give up on her yet, Dawn. You know, she can run like the wind if she gets free. And then later on, you hear him parrot and mimic that and say it like it's a new thing. It's actually what I said to him that first night in the road that Summer vanished. I told him to please not give up on Summer. It only been a couple hours. And he was like, she's gone. You know?
Right.
I was left in the dark that night thinking nobody gave a flying fuck, and they still fucking don't. And that's just how I feel.
Don, Jody Sue, don't cry, please. Don't cry, hon.
I feel bad for Jody Sue. I really do. Because she was put in the middle of all this for no reason at all.
This is a challenge.
She done nothing but help those kids and fed those kids. And what did they do? They turned their back on Jody Sue and blamed Jody Sue for the whole thing.
They were desperate to blame anybody they can to keep the focus off of them.
It didn't matter who it was.
Exactly. And Don and Candace Wells and Grandis should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. And we have this woman up here on the panel right now crying. She's crying. She's seen, you know, this little girl was a part of Jody Sue's life day in and day out from birth, right? And that's devastating to her. It's devastating to her daughter who played with Summer. It is very devastating.
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't exceptionally close to Summer. The boys and I were close, you know what I mean? And they, you know, we see more of them, but you gotta think, man, I heard these kids every day. I picked them up from bus. I did take care of their wounds. There was, you know, food involved. There's things to hear about them. Birthday presents. I cooked them birthday cakes when Candace couldn't. And they want to call me a liar. I got the receipts, bitches. I got the pictures. I got the pictures from some that are nice longer because Candace had to ask me, is she okay? I was like, look, girl, it's time. You need to take her to the hospital. And then I cooked Don and the boys dinner. I kept, you know, I mean, I got them off and on the bus, and it was always, hi, Jody Sue. You know, but I heard all of them, even on the days or months we didn't have contact or anything. I heard them every single day laugh and play or cry or say things like Don thinks she's a point of pride that his daughter knew the word stop. I heard it in a different way. I heard her crying to her brothers as they went one after the other going, you know, until they get to Josie and go, Dad's being mean to Mom again. You know, right. I heard her stop, said, ain't funny, that ain't cute, that ain't a word, that ain't what she should be known by. She's more than the word stop.
Yes, much more.
She's Summer.
Yeah.
And she matters. And I want her found, and I want the people or person found. And I, like Dawn, think whoever did it is indeed watching.
And they absolutely are. Matter of fact, they're not just watching; they're going up on panels. We just had him over here, and Candace was going to come up and dropped off for some reason, but I don't know. So I think I would have had 2 out of the 3 on panel tonight, right? That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to this is America.
Up here, I don't know how Ellie's gonna look at it because I've always tried to keep us separate. But I mean, that was enough. Listening to him hint, wink, drop it, the whole he or she's watching, and then the whole there's traffic at their house when I know that to be a lie, and then trying to lay that right back at Monster's feet. When hell, that as far as I knew, he was terrorized at the prospect of every Friday, wherever he got his personal. You know, they would wait out all kinds of shit. He didn't want to deal with him, fuck around with him, and he thinks they're guiltier than sin. He thinks they've killed Summer. So
Andy told me that. Andy told me, he said, I'm going to tell you something, PG. He says, I've been in this holler all my life. And he said, this is the safest place for a child unless they're with people in that household that ain't safe.
And that's part of the reason, like, the oldest boys will come across, right? But I knew for years, like, it's like, man, we got to peep. And I'm not letting my daughter cross it. And I'm sorry, it was nothing personal, but when there's drinking and drugs and Candace hangs out with. Look, Hunter wasn't the first teen up there that she was doing that with, bro. My kids were not raised like that, even though they were in the middle of domestic violence and hell and a shithole because of our abuser and this the other. Does not mean that I didn't have standards with my kids. Are not going to be in an environment where there's drug use over there and crack and partying teens. I'm not going to do it, man. You know?
I understand. Yes, I absolutely understand. And and I've said it many times, you know, I got to give you, I mean, me and you didn't get along, but I said it many times, Jody Sue, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. You are a good mom. I seen pictures of the background of your home. It was always spotless. It was always clean.
Oh, no, it wasn't Andy kept in hell, but the thing is, here,
I took note that your children were well fed, well taken care of. Absolutely.
I mean, it's like right now we are absolutely in a nice environment, finally. And, my kids have been taken care of. My daughter's taken care of. There's a reason when they tried to do what they did with their, we're going to have Jody Sue's kid fucked with like they did Journey and Marlena, that it didn't work for them. There's a reason that there's an order in place and no custody given of it. There's a reason for all that. And I can tell you that I can pass any test they want to give me. And praying for you, he was not like that. All right? And he knew better than to have that shit at my house. Monster was not Dylan in that way. And he damn sure did not bring it to the house if he was. I can assure you of that. My kids can testify to that. And I can pass a lie detector on that same fucking thing. There was no traffic or company coming or going from my home at all. Not even friends. And I can take a fucking lie detector and pass it on that question. I'm not kidding you. So you can stop with your bullshit and your narrative.
Well, Don loves to blame. He was losing the battle with you, and when he starts losing the battle with anyone, as you said, speaking the truth, he starts saying you had something. He tries to all of a sudden get people to believe that you had something to do with Summer's disappearance. That's all he's got to try to keep the focus off themselves. He does that constantly, and he does it to everybody and anybody. I mean, he even had the audacity to try to say that Chris M. and Mary and his stepsisters were the ones that took Summer and had her somewhere. I mean, come on now.
Everybody. They have blamed everybody.
Everybody. And it's total bullshit. Total bullshit.
I can show you where they were already formulating the plan as soon as they failed piss tests, to start saying that DCS kidnapped their children and all this. I can show proof of it visually. That's where they were coming to plan, and that's what it was going to be. And then as soon as it happens, Don gets out of jail. There they go with it. They already have these, they know. Ain't nobody kidnapped shit.
Yeah. He had a sign posted that PG had Summer. Yeah, he was trying to say that and accuse that as well. I'm sorry, but law enforcement, TBI, and Hawkins County, they all know who I am. Matter of fact, Mr. Don and Candace Wells, I speak through it quite often. I have spoken through it. I have talked to Pruitt one-on-one. Trust and believe that. Okay? And I've talked to TBI many times. I have talked to the lady at TBI many, many times. So, sorry. PG does not have no Summer, but PG does love Summer, and I do want her found, just like Jody Sue does, and everyone else that is involved in this case that loved this little girl. We all want her found. We want her brought home, and we want justice gotten for her against whatever evil people did this to her. And I'm sorry to say it, but I will continue to say it. Don, Candace, and Grandis are all #1 suspects in Summer's case. Trust and fucking believe that. And they're the ones that don't want, they are working not to find her instead of to find her. So you tell me. Who the fuck's guilty here? Case closed.
And there are people in your chat that are like, oh, Jody Sue, you're the voice for Summer. Y'all, I'm not Summer's voice, nor have I ever tried to be. Summer is her own voice in light, and she has lit up a whole hell of a lot. She has saved many, and even her brothers. Unfortunately, her vanishing is what the catalyst was for much of that. And every day, I just want that light to turn back on her. But honestly, as close as you'll get to a voice for Summer are Candace and Dawn and her brothers, but Candace and Dawn can't seem to speak for anybody but themselves. And obviously her brothers can't speak right now.
Don and Candace Wells are so busy trying to protect their own